So welcome back to this video. In this video we'll see how to configure PAP. In the last video we saw chap. So this one is going to be PAP, which uh, we just have one extra step as far as steps are considered, one extra step from chap. So this PAP we have to do it on this interface, serial interface. The motive is to learn each other's information. It is a two-way handshake process, which means let's say this router here R1 is going to send its information to R2, and R2 will verify the username and password. If it's correct, it's going to accept by sending back. That's two-way, so that means the two-way handshake has been completed. Same for if it's not correct, it's going to deny, so again it's going to send. So that's also two-way handshake process. So and vice versa, if this router is here wants to send its username and password to R1, and then R1 will verify the username and password. If it's correct, it will accept and send back, and that completes the two-way handshake. If it's not, then deny and then send back also, which is also a two-way handshake process. So the steps are very easy, very similar to chap, just only one extra step you have to do. So let's go here and start configuring interface S0. Actually, before that, let's check the interface. If you remember from last video, by default the encapsulation is HDLC. So do show interface S010, and you can see encapsulation will be HDLC here. Now let's change that. Interface S010 encapsulation PPP. Do show interface S010, and you can see that it will be PPP here. Okay. Now we have to say PPP authentication. What this time is PAP. Okay, and we have to send the username and password. Right now, what's the username? We can this time we have to send the username of this router. Okay, so the current router. Before that, let's change the host name just to make it easy. Host name Microsoft. So this will be the username for this router. And if I go back to the other one, let's change to something else. Host name Dell. Okay. Now, okay. First of all, let's create username and password. So when we create username and password, we still need to create the username for the other router. So this router we just given as Dell. So username Dell, password Dell123. Just for easiness, you can give any password, but it should be complex in real time. Okay, and now we have to go to the interface again. Interface S010. Now we're going to send the username and password to the other router. So which means we have to send the username of the current router, which is Microsoft. Okay, uh, and cap PPP PAP sent username Microsoft, and password you can give the same as as we given for the other router. So it is Dell 123, right? Okay, so you notice that when we send username, it's the same router username. Okay, but when we create username, we create for the neighboring router or the router you're trying to communicate with. Okay, in this case we have this router that is connected directly, and we have changed the host name to Dell, and that's what we create here, and password as Dell123. Okay, but when we send, you have to send the username for the same router. Okay, not the other router's username. Okay, because the other router is going to verify, so we have to provide the username of the same router. Okay, and that's it for this router. Let's go to the other one. Okay, do show interface S010. It will be HDLC because we haven't changed to PPP, so it's HDLC. Interface S010, encapsulation PPP. Now it will change to PPP there, and PPP authentication PAP. Okay, and now let's create the username. We still need to create the username of the other router, which is uh, Microsoft, right? The other router is Microsoft, and right, because we created, yeah, it is Microsoft. And password we can give the same one, Dell 1233. Okay, now we have to go back to the interface, PPP PAP, send username. Now we are sending the username to Microsoft, so we have to send the username of the current router, which is Dell. Okay, and password, what is it, Dell 123. Okay, and the password is case sensitive, so whatever you have given as you configure the password, you have to provide the same password when you send. Okay, if the capital D is there, then it must be capital D. Okay, and yeah, so we are done, and we'll wait for some time, and we'll get the confirmation within a minute or so. And here we can see that it's now we have got the confirmation. Here also it will show us in just a second, and here we go, we got the confirmation on this one as well. So this is how you would configure PAP. It's simple and only one extra step from chap. So I hope it helps, and if you have not watched how to configure chap, uh, I'll provide a link in the description, or it will come up on the top right. And the next video we'll see something else. Until then, good day.